So anyway, you beat the monster, right? The lizard skelly man, or skelly lizard, whatever you like to call it. And after being covered once again in leeches of sorts and taking them out, and after blowing its brains off, you're finally able to essentially make 100% sure that this thing is not going to wake up and annoy you. So, what are you going to do right now?
Search that thing. Hell yeah.
Again? Okay.
I was hoping he'd say that.
Gotta find
what,
that loot.
what is it? Perception again? Or investigation?
Investigation.
Alright. Okay, yeah, I'm fine enough.
You're finding a lot of liches in your hand. You also have disadvantage, but you still roll okay because again you have the rest problem still until you're going to take a long rest. But you do not exactly find something useful because it's still a corpse of a lizard, a dead lizard. Though the best thing that you find is broken bones, and not being a jerk about it, but sometimes you don't find anything, unfortunately. This is not a creature that you're going to find anything on. It's just a dead creature. Unless, of course, you want to pick some of these for essentially either research or for spell components. So that's up to you, of course. Because you could, some of your future spells or current spells, maybe use some of these components. I don't know.
Well, that's fun. I'm going to check the rest of this room.
Yeah, that feels like a smart idea. I think searching the spittoon like West Loving isn't that good.
This place?
The one that we're
Okay.
already in.
What did Foxy get from the corpse?
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
It
You don't have
get
anything.
nothing. The corpse doesn't really have anything. Also, you rolled an 8, so you get nothing. You didn't find anything interesting other than the splotches of lich's blood on the walls and bones shattered everywhere.
Alright, I'll lead the group again downward.
Okay. Reveal the area for you.
And everything is still bright pink.
Yes, it is. So we're going to take a little bit more into here, and then we're going to find another symbol, which I don't remember what that one is. I think it's water, right?
Water. Yes.
That is water.
Thank you, Chinese class.
Yes. So just like last time, it's with the fire, right? It does shine in its blue color, and it's oozing a little bit of water. It's not like something that you at the moment think is interactable.
So maybe if we deactivate this, the water will go down in that thing we saw earlier. Just making an assumption.
The question is how, pretty much.
Can I get to the water? Which this is. You said it's sipping water from the sign from the wall.
Yeah.
So I try and take some water and see and kind of drink it. See if it's salty or whatever. What kind of water is this? Basically.
Okay. Just give me a second. I'm going to cut all of the things that I said. Anyway, you're checking the water, right? And it has more of
salty or whatever.
Mother? What?
If it's salty, what kind of water is it? Is it sweet water, salty
I was
water?
about to say that. I thought you said something else. And it's like,
okay.
It's more like I would say sweet water. From what I wrote myself down. Yes, it's sweet water.
Sweet. We can drink this.
It does have like a weird taste to it, but it's not like something. It's like an aftertaste, like not something terrible. Just like a taste of like you taste like a little bit of like stone. I guess I don't know how to explain that taste. I guess a
It
murky
has
sound.
that stony. It has that stony aftertaste.
Good for dwarfs.
Yum.
So yeah, it's pretty much what it's that. Anything you want to do with this?
I'm a useless human, so I'm not going to be able to do anything.
So are you going to continue search the cave, or are you going to continue? Or are you going to stay?
Wexley, do you want to make an experiment?
Well, the last time we started experimenting on it, we all lost faith in the power of friendship, and I wouldn't want us to deal with any more crushing despair like that.
Next time we're going to lose
Nah.
the fate in all humanity. Next thing, we're going to lose faith in all humanity.
So I think we should
That's worth it.
investigate some more and see if we can find some kind of solution to this somewhere.
All right.
Well, that's boring.
Okay. I mean, life is boring in a way. Obviously, I should reveal that because it doesn't really matter. That's a beetle. Just a beetle. It's not really anything.
Is it boring?
It's not a monstrous beetle?
I forgot to tie it into the background. It's not really a monstrous beetle. It's more of like a little statue of a beetle.
All right. What check would I do?
You want to investigate?
Investigation? Yeah.
Investigation then. So you're in a position for that. So deal this. The only thing that you're seeing on this, because you're not able to perceive this that high, but it is very apparent, you're seeing a hole for a key. Some kind of a key. You're not sure which, but it's like there is a hole for something.
Are we able to take the beetle?
Yes, it's not really that big. It's heavy-ish, but it's not really that big. It's very small, actually.
Should I take our key beetle then?
Your key beetle friend.
What's its number?
Number 66.
Number 666. I apologize for his not reading it correctly. Not really. Anyway.
I thought it was a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Number 66 key beetle.
Oh no, it's not
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was going to say that.
I didn't see
High
that,
five.
actually. I actually didn't realize that until now. I'm dumb. Anyway. Yeah, it's not a key beetle like this. I didn't mean this as a reference. It's actually ended up being a reference by mistake.
I was also thinking of a JoJo reference of the turtle.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Something to think on. But for this one, no, it wasn't supposed to be number 66 key beetle. Anyway, are you going to take the beetle or not? I'm just going to know that.
I will be taking the beetle.
So I'm going to put on the beetle. I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to put on it this symbol, I guess, like that, so we'll remember that you took it, whatever. And that's pretty much it in that room. It's a little bit heavy, like I said, so you do feel the weight change, but it's not something that slows you down by any chance.
All right, I'll be the back of the pack now. Everyone lead the way.
Okay, so who's going first?
Hey, Ashton, wait up.
Ashton?
Ashton Kutcher.
I don't know who you're talking about, but okay.
That's not
AK.
your name?
No, he says,
Damn it.
you will never guess it until I will tell you. And
That won't stop me from trying.
I know, and that's what worries me. Alright, so where are you going to choose to go? Pretty sure I'm going to move it here just in case. Anyway, where are you going to go?
I think we should split up.
Sure, bright idea, he tells you, rolling his eyes.
Thank you. I thank him without knowing the sarcasm.
I think that may be a cool idea.
You want to split up for 2 parties? Of 2? Or do you want him to go alone?
Well, there are two branches. We're going to cover more ground.
Makes sense. So who is going to go with who?
I'll take Wexley.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we should have one magician each team.
I think that makes more sense. I think
We only have one magic.
I think
I'm also a magician, I guess.
I think like Wexley is definitely need to go with somebody that's a little bit more beefy, if that's what you're trying to do.
I have the best armor class and pretty good health, so.
Also, when you're level up, I will update your armor class on your card. I'm just too lazy to do that right now. But yeah, because I think you have 19, right? 19 armor.
Yes.
Class, and that card shows 18. So we'll update it once you're going to level 3. Hint, hint. Probably going to happen soon. Hint, hint. Anyway, the point is, where are you going? Who is going where and which route?
Okay, so me and AK will go the left route, and you guys go the other one.
Left route is here, right? Meaning this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So who is leading that one? Okay. So you're keen also, Wexley, yourself to also like split into teams, right? You're keen with that? You're agreeing on that?
Yes, I'm agreeing.
It seems like it's everyone else wants to, so let's go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay, so I'm going to reveal the paths, but obviously I'm going to talk with everybody's differently. So basically, this is where this is going, right? So just move your characters here. I'm just going to move them myself, and then we're going to move these guys here. Just myself here to just make it more sense into this. Okay. So what do we have here? So, who we're going to go with first? Who want to go first?
Oh god, it's combat.
No, it's not combat.
Bro,
It's just
I don't know, maybe let the dice decide?
Yeah, let's roll D20.
I'm going to roll a D4 here. Even is the 2 players that going together, and odd is 1 player that's going alone with the DM. That's a 1. We're going to start with the one that's going with the DM alone.
Yay!
So
High five!
anyway,
yeah.
so we're going to reveal a little bit for you here. As you can see here, you're seeing another one. As you see, like you're going up. You're not like really going up anywhere, but like you see in the fork the symbol. I believe it's dark. This one and this one's like it's harder to see because it's dark, but it does ooze like a white shadow of sort. Not a white shadow, a purple shadow of sort.
Do I have a container on me? I need to check.
The question is if you can kind of even just hold a shadow in your hand. And here, what symbol is this? I forgot. It's Earth, right? This one. Right?
Chinese class man.
Chinese class man.
Yeah, I think.
That's Earth. I think that's Earth. I mean, I'm not going to pull my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but yeah. Anyway, this one is just It's hard for me how to explain how it works, but I guess it oozes sand a little bit around it, like slowly, of course, which is kind of funny because like it's not really the point is like these things oozes the things out, but it's like doesn't fill the room. It's like works in a circle of sort. It doesn't really looks like it's dangerous or anything. All right, so we're
So
going
it's a perpetuum mobile of sand.
Okay. So you're going here, and well, there were these supposed to be stairs, but I didn't really have the ability to put stairs here, so I just decided to not to. But these supposed to lead somewhere. As you're essentially, like I said, looking around, and you're seeing like the symbol of dark and the symbol of earth around you, oozing their different things that I said in terms of a circle. You also find a staircase a little bit as you're just spiraling out there. I want you to roll me a perception check. You see few symbols around the walls carved. Some of them looks like, you know, the lower ones looks a lot more like normal, I guess, but the more that you're going up, these carvings are looking a little bit more, I would say, insane a little bit. Like, not like crazy insane, but like, you know what I mean? It's like they're looking a little bit like a madman drew them, in a way. And you're seeing the hexagon somewhere around there as well. Hexagon somewhere around one of the walls, and you're also seeing like different kinds of like very much weird drawings of stickmen stabbing other stickmans and weird like things like that. You do not really get that way too much, but you're seeing weird things. Some humorous, but some like really weird.
Ha! Sticks. Stabbing other sticks with sticks.
Anyway,
I wouldn't be able to draw it better.
Anyway, you're making your way up until you find yourself beside a door. And that door, on it, I'm not going to show the next room because there is not a next room because we're just going to investigate that. It has a hexagon of sort on it, right? But it also have this weird kind of like a little bit to the side, kind of like really hard to see, but the symbol that you find on the Jonas armor, like the helmet with the wings somewhere, like it's not like written like strongly, it's just like really downward somewhere, like very like it's down somewhere like in a way that like it's hard to see, and it doesn't looks like it's it was part of the initial design of sort.
That's weird.
Are you going to essentially try to open the door and move forward?
I'll try opening this door.
So,
You know, getting in the good old shoulder touch.
yeah, so you just light touch this door and it just falls off out of it casing or whatever it stands on, like, you know, usual door. It just falls because it looks like it's so rotten in its like sides that it just falls off flat. And the stench coming out from that room is absolutely disgusting. In like a way that is not like nice. All of the things that like, you know, the liches smell is in the same place but 10,000 times intensified. Obviously over exaggerating, but you know what I mean. It's like intensified so much compared to that of a normal thing. In the middle of the room, there is what this looks like. It's not really an altar. It looks like more of like a work table, I guess, but also kind of like a torture work table at the same time. And while it looks a little bit weird, but in one of the sides of the room there is a piano, just a piano. And the other side there is the workbench with some like very rusted tools, as well as you're looking up and you're seeing some interesting decorations of lanterns made of like I would say bones of living creatures once were. So it was made of the bones of creatures that are humanoid of sort. And that's pretty much what you find in this room, beside the smell, obviously.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Are you going to roll an investigation check or something to find out?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to roll as well. Somewhere. Okay. So, essentially, you do not really find anything super interesting, obviously. However, you do find one or two things. First and foremost, you find a note of sorts and like a book with like a little bit of a more weird language to you. You cannot really read it, and it looks really, really weird. And the other thing that you find, like, you do find some useful tools out of this if you want to sell, which is like will be like really in bad shape, but you can still sell them for like, you know, bad parts, I guess, or you can just give them as like parts for someone to essentially like melt them to make new iron stuff. So it's still useful of sort, but it's not like really that good. So I would say 5 almost broken tools, and you also find like a little bit of a mask somewhere there. Another thing that you're essentially also noticing about this place is that there's parts of mechanical like it's not mechanical, but it's like it looks like artificial arms on one of the walls. And you also found, like I said, the notes and the book, which, like I said, in not essential language that you understand. That's pretty much what you find. As for AK, what he finds, he tells you about this, and like he's saying, that's weird. That's mostly feel like, I'm not sure, demonic. He says, as like he's just closing, like he's like stopping his nose. It's like, I'm not really 100% sure if it's demonic or not, because this is weird. He says, is like, You also find something like, looks like kind of like a square of swords that he doesn't really know what to do with it, but it's just taking with him. Kind of like a square with a little bit of symbols of what you had before. Encounters, like the element stuff. He doesn't really know what to do with it, but he's taking it. And yeah, that's pretty much what he does. Anything else you want to discuss before we move on to the two others?
I think we should cut here and let the others do their thing.
Okay, so beside finding this terrifying stuff, and I zoomed out like an idiot, you two, however, find a symbol of what this is. I forgot.
Light, I would think. Right?
So this one is essentially different than the rest. This one obviously oozes light of sort, right? But getting close to it, I need to look at it. Just give me a second to see how that works. So just give me a second. I think that's the place, right? So once you're looking at it and it's like you're touching it, it's not like hard forces you, but like the light engulfs you and you're finding yourself in another side of the map around here ish. Like it's not like,
Okay.
so it's like you're touching it and it's like it just put you here and no way back for a moment. At least for the known moment.
Well, let's hope Grognak can find us after this.
So,
Let's go up.
up is the way to go with you all the time, it seems. Alright. And once again, it kind of forks, but let's be honest, it's not really a big fork of sort.
And we keep going up.
Yes, it's something that you like doing, it seems like it.
We have a bias for polar north, and we're not gonna stop.
You find yourself, and you're seeing it, the other side of this so-called water thing that you try to swim up for. Now, at the moment, there is not looking like any craft of sorts, but the waters do look like they're leading somewhere. Like, there is a current that's going outside.
Well, that's interesting, but I think we should, find Grognak and investigate the rest of this chasm first.
Yes, I'd hate to literally be up this creek without a paddle and our party members, so let's see what else we can find.
Alright, now that we're stuck going down.
Okay. So first things first, before anything, you find the last one, right here. I'm going to reveal that because it really doesn't matter. So let's say you're going down here and then essentially going back up, because the moment that you're essentially here, this thing starts moving right here. And he's just turning around you and looks at you, and it's like, it looks like more of like a construct of like, that was supposed to be here rather than all of this rotten stuff. Because it's opened its mouth, and it's just looking at you and just saying, purity of fighting, purity of magic, prove your strength.
Well, crap, I don't have strength to prove.
So essentially, we're moving to another kind of mini combat of sort.
Well,
And the healer and the biggest damage dealer are behind the wall, on the other side of the wall.
Unfortunately.
We've done it. We've split the party to the best degree that we could ever have possibly done.
I mean, I don't think you're going to die or anything, but that's your choice. Die. Anyway, where's my initiatives, my friends?
oh yeah.
And now I need to open up this thing. So we have a 13. Do you have a 12? Do you have a like a +2 in your what do you call it? In your dexterity, right? Or is it still incorrect showing up?
I think I have a +2 in dexterity.
Okay. So essentially, let's see. Okay. So Wexley, you're going first, and you should probably use your heavy hitting stuff if you want to survive this time.
I would like to see if there's a knowledge roll I can make to see if I can identify what in the heck we're facing down right now.
So you can use Arcana check, I guess. This will not count as any kind of action for you. That's a natural 20. This is kind of like training weak version of a golem sort. It's not like really something crazy. It's like it's not supposed to be like a mechanism of like fighting or anything. It's just supposed to be like an initiation place, and this is like old initiation place. This is like an old construct of sort that is supposed to essentially test you, and it's really weak, and it's essentially, well, it's kind of weird because old technology, as you know, or old magic, is really ancient, as in something that you learned. That old magic is a little bit strange because while it is less advanced, it was able to still find a way that, like, when you're trying to, like, when they're creating training stuff, is that old magic was always able to essentially old training stuff was able to pin you in the same level of difficulty that you need in order to advance. So it's a little bit, it will not be stronger than you in a way that like will be too much crazy, at least from your knowledge, from the way that it looks like. It's like it's going to be something that you can beat. It's not going to be easy, but it's not something that's going to essentially destroy you from what you understand, because this is what to give you a feeling of the old magics that you read about, because this is kind of like a different feeling than anything else that you essentially encountered before. But it does essentially have the, and I'm saying essentially a lot, but it essentially have symbols and feeling from what you discovered on old magic.
Do I know if it's immune to anything that I can throw at it, or is just magic all good to go?
Magic will be okay. I mean, obviously there are a few things that he's like going to be a little bit more less susceptible to, but not something too crazy. And secondly, and I'm going to cover that a little bit in my prologue stuff a little bit. So for anybody who's interested, I will cover this up for a little bit on the prologue stuff. It's not out yet, so I just still need to write it. But yeah, it's something that it should be known there later down the line. Anyway.
Hashtag for
Okay,
right?
then it.
Yes. Yes.
Then I think it's time for, and say it with me, everyone, Ray of Frost.
Oh,
Come on.
yay!
That will barely hit this one.
Nice.
That will be
I rolling damage today.
Yes. He just looks at the little thing that you said, and it's like he's just opening his mouth for a second. You will have to do better. Anything else you would like to do, or you're done?
That's all I got.
Alright, you're up, Bobby Man.
All right. So I have to use action surge before I go for my first combat, right?
I mean, you announce accent surge before anything, because I cannot like say, oh, accent surge. You announce that as an action of sorts,
Okay.
because yeah.
All right, we'll do action surge. The double attack.
Right, so you're going to attack first with your weapon. Let's see if this hits this time. You're not going to use any bonuses for your +1, right?
No.
Okay, good. So that will be a 19, and that will hit, and you can press the name of the weapon to see how much damage. It will be 8 slashing damage, and the second hit will be...
Do I have to roll hit again? Okay,
yes,
here.
That's a 24. Ooh. Now roll your damage. That will be a 6. So you're taking your sword, and you're essentially whacking with an X of an X-Saber right on his sides, both of his sides, and essentially pushing him back to the wall.
Heck yeah.
Now it's his turn, unless of course you have another thing that you need to do. Also, my watch is telling me 12 o'clock, but whatever.
No, I do not have anything going for me.
Okay, so now it's his turn. So he's going to obviously raise his fist and essentially trying to punch you. And he's going to deal you, after he connects, It will be 5 points of damage as he connects into you.
Alright, that sucks like hell.
And then he's also going to put his hand into the ground and essentially try to get Wexley from the other side, but he misses. As you see his hands trying to essentially grasp into you. So in one hand he's slamming you, and the other hand is trying to grasp Wexley, but he's unable to because you're a very nimble wizard.
As a side note, in my headcanon, that one damage that Wexley did to the golem was Wexley making a magical snowball and throwing it at it.
Yes. That's
Boom, cannon.
That is canon. Sudden it's canon. Anyway, what are you going to do right now? Wexley, it's your turn again.
I don't know how to tell all of you this, but it's Ray Frost.
Obviously, when you ever going to use another spell?
I'm worried. Okay, yeah, that's not hitting.
Why would he?
God.
So, anything else?
No, that's a move. That's a move. That's a standard action. That's about it.
Unfortunately,
Tactical
I
retreat?
think your luck with Ray of Frost is about to run out until you'll use another spell, but we'll see. Anyway, Bobby, it's up to you again, because your friend is missing, all the time.
Jesus Christ. Come on, Wexley. You have to help me.
Come on, Wexley.
I don't want to die here.
No. Come on, Wexley. Are you me?
God damn it.
And you're also missed, but you're getting a +1 bonus. So that's at least something, I guess. So the golem, once again, trying to slam you. And this time, he misses. And now
Alright.
he's moving like this in a way that doesn't provoke attack of opportunity. And also trying to attack Wexley, which is going to take... My god, you're very lucky. It's landed on an 8 and then moved to a 1. So, yeah, you're going to only take 4 damage.
The 4 damage.
What is you going to do in your turn? Is it going to be Ray of Frost?
I think I gotta do a retreat action so that I don't get the attack of opportunity hit on me first.
I mean, that means that you're wasting your action for that, and you cannot do anything afterwards. So that's up to you, I guess.
I'll let you go for it if you need it. I think it can bulk a good bit.
What are your hit points at? Just curious.
So I've taken 7 of my, I think 19 maybe. What's of my 18?
So you're at.
So I'm at 11. I'm at 11.
Same with you.
Uh,
At 11, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and disengage because I don't have the. I think I'm going to be able to cast a spell right next to them and not get trounced on.
Okay, so where are you going to move?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You can move in different zones. It doesn't have to be straightforward, obviously. Okay.
That.
Okay. So now we're going
So I'll try to swing back around next turn.
So now we'll move on to Bulby's turn again.
Again, I shall attempt to slash. I won't use points starting off.
That will be... That will miss by 1, unfortunately.
Alright, then I get 1 more charge.
Yes. Now it's his turn, and he's trying to move from you, but he's getting...
Oh, so can I...
Attack of opportunity, yes.
Okay, dope. Again,
That will hit.
And damage.
That will be 4 slashing damage. So that, up to now, how much damage we had? We have 1, 4, 8, 6, so that's
19.
19 overall, yes. So now he's able to move, and he's just moving to a little bit more advantageous position, and he's trying to attack any one of you with his arms. Wexley miss. Also you, it's misses. Wow, that's surprising. Now it's Wexley's turn.
That thing's reach is enormous.
Yes.
Ray of Frost!
Magic.
Ray of Frost! Ray of Frost!
You know, I think we might need to shake things up.
Might.
Nani?
Is he going to use the greatest magic of all, explosion?
I hate this so
Of the
much.
Give it a few levels.
I might create this as a custom spell because of your stupidities. I mean, technically we do have here a failed off priest, stupid mage that's only focused on one thing, and very, very much some kind of a crusader that's only focusing on taking damage rather than anything else. Not too exact for T, but you know what I mean.
Okay, so if I'm standing here and they were able to attack me, am I within attack of opportunity range from them?
Attack of opportunity, no. Range, yes.
Okay.
Attack of opportunity is really different.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull up Burning Hands here real quick. I'm gonna double check all that info.
So place on the spell because we want to know what it is.
Yes.
Okay, Burning Hands. So it's 15 feet. I think it's enough for you. Just give me a second. Yeah, it's pretty much enough. You just need to maybe move a square and then you can move back. It's not really a problem. Anyway, so as you hold your hand, each creature and he makes a dexterity saving throw, and he has bad saving throw. And that's a failure, I think, unless of course your what is your DC save?
My spell to save is 13.
So that's a miss for him by a 1 because he got a -1 for dexterity, so he didn't pass.
8. Okay, so let's roll 3d6. Wait, no, I was wrong. Roll 3d6.
3s6. That's
There you go.
interesting. So that's 11 points of damage. As you're taking your hand and you're kind of a little bit of pissed, you're essentially making your hands burn, and you're sending him his way as you burning up the so-called construct. Although it's a little bit harder because if it's stone, you still see that you're doing a little bit of considerable damage, and you're starting to see under it to see like the arcane magic kind of flowing and trying to start sipping out. Now it's Bobby's turn, right? Correct? Unless of course you have something else to say or do.
I do have a bonus action.
Right. So what are you going to do for the bonus action?
So I'm going to hold on to the residual magic energy, and I'm going to do that double spell thing so I can recast Burning Hands.
Oh, you're going to use this again? So
I'm gonna double hand him.
Again. We said correctly. Okay, that's a nat 1. But we said that this doesn't count as a spell slot, right? You just count as a new thing by itself. But it sounds like you still need to cast it again of sort. But in this particular case, you just need to do the damage again. So essentially, roll your damage again of 3d6. That was almost enough, but you're still able to make enough waves to almost make him fall down from his feet.
Okay, and then now that I've done that, I'm going to use my move action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Okay.
Run away! Run away! Alright, Bobby, what are you going to do, my good friendo?
All right. So I'm going to use my crossbow and try to end it.
Okay. Shoot. That will miss, unfortunately.
Well then.
Well then, he turns back to you and trying to charge you, in a way. As he's charging you and falling down on you without life, he's still able to essentially, like, push another hit on you and deal to you. What is your max health?
It's
your max health, your current health?
11.
So your one health saved by this to not fall down because it just slam on you, and essentially, like, it's not exploding, but it's like it's like just really hurts a lot because the energy just flows on you, and he's just essentially deal to you 10 points of magical unknown damage, and just his eyes just turn off. It's like, good job, as he turns off.
All right. Wexley, we made it for combat.
Wexley runs around the corner and he's ready to cast another spell, and then he goes, "Oh, good job, you got him."
Yes, he's on him.
Well, I didn't do anything really, but let's investigate the corpse.
You do
My greatest
that.
ability. There we go.
Alright, so, well, yeah, the disadvantage doesn't matter. So the point is, you find few things. First and foremost, okay, so I'm just checking the time. We do have a little bit, and we'll be able even to finish this in the way that I wanted it, maybe. But anyway, you find few things. The first thing is the key thing, right? You find the key to your beetle stuff. And the second thing you find is that you find kind of like a gem that you can take, unrecognizable gem. Also, I'm hoping one of you is writing these down. Anyway, that's what you find.
An unrecognizable gem.
Wexley, can you do a Arcana check on the gem for me?
Yes, I will go ahead and ritual cast Identify, if you can give me about 10 minutes here.
Okay, 10 minutes.
There we go.
Let's say in the same
Oh, gem.
time. Let's say in the same time. Obviously, Gorgnak and what is his name again? AK kind of.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yes, AK kind of like finished their job in a way at the same time. Identify. So essentially, what you're able to identify this with, it's really still hard because it's ancient magic, but it's ancient, kind of like one use attacking ancient magic. You're not really sure what it is, but the type is kind of like fire-ish kind of a thing. But it's like it's really not really understandable for you what this is. But it's like it's fire magic kind of sort, and it's supposed to go with somewhere here. Obviously.
Well, it seems like it has to do something with magic, so I'll let Wexley hold on to it.
Gonna pocket that for a moment. Okay, well, we have a strange sigil in here. Do we want to see if we can use that to get back where we were beforehand?
Yes, let's try that.
Alright, so essentially the wind symbol to open up into kind of like a tunnel, right? And you're able to just move through it to the exact side that you were. From the other side. Right here-ish.
Okay, well, that was certainly an experience.
I'm pretty sure at this point you all meet here again. Let's just say that to essentially, like, save time. You all meet back and you report your findings.
We found a piano.
We found a gem inside of a golem.
Also, Gorknak, Bobby's really looking like he's almost dead. Of sort.
What, did you slip?
Yeah, I'm not doing well. I hurt.
So are you going to report the findings or anything?
All right.
Yeah, no, I've got the gem.
So, I got the key that goes in our weird beetle thing.
You slide
so-
it in?
Now that we're all here, do you want to do that, guys?
Let's give it a look.
Let's see what the Master Key Beetle holds.
All right. I'll go and do it.
Alright, so one very interesting thing happened. Since you did it, the beetle kind of comes to life of sort, right? And it's essentially, it's not really a beetle, it's more of like, the Egyptian beetles, like, the metal beetles or stone beetles or whatever. Scarabs, like, no, I'm talking about, like, the material, mostly.
Oh.
The material of sort. So the point is, it becomes that, right? And it's essentially kind of like climb on your shoulder and just sit there for a few seconds until it starts flying in the direction of the light symbol.
Okay. That's not the bird I was looking for, but, I guess I have to take what I get.
Yes. So it's not the unfit crew of birds, it's an unfit crew of flying creatures for the moment.
All right. Should we follow it?
After it!
On we go.
AK also, like, hold to you, Wexley, like, he shows you the tablet with all the symbols of the elements that, like, he found. It's like, it doesn't look like it's interactable for any means, but it looks like it's either control the things around here, or just really cool souvenir that you can use. It doesn't really look like it's doing anything. So,
Well, considering that we found a couple that teleport us around the place, if it gives us any kind of way to manipulate that will be very useful.
Oop. Anyway, you're here now.
Okay, that would do.
All right. Now we should possibly follow up to the river.
Yes.
Or stream.
AK looks at the river, and you remember the weird thing that he found? Looks like a square. Well, he looks at it, he looks at the river, he looks a little bit around there, he looks at the tablet, and you just throw it into the river. And it's turned
No, that's a valuable artifact!
And it's turned into a boat.
Oh.
A small boat.
Well then.
Well, I was going to go for a swim, honestly.
Is this a pillar? Or is this some kind of an island?
Oh no, it's kind of like the other side of the tunnel from the other side here. Because you weren't able to swim it.
Okay.
So AK kind of like is looking at it, but he's also like sniffed with his nose. It's like, He kind of like looks disappointed in a way. He's saying like, I have a bigger one at home.
Well, not everyone is compensating for something.
Oh, you'll see, he says, with a little bit of a smile on his face. And that's the
All right.
end of this map, I think. We're going to move into the main one because I'm not going to continue this. You're taking the boat.
Do we want to rest before we go to the next map, or?
We're
No.
going to, no, it's not going to have a next map. You're going
Okay.
to essentially take your time on the boat, right? We're going to move you all back here. Also, I'm going to delete this because it's not really necessary, and focus, you stupid thing. There we go. Anyway, the point is, you're taking the boat, all of you going on it, and essentially spending a little bit of time into the, like, going across the, the pond of sort. It does have a little bit, like I said, weird of like a sea smell of sort, but it's not something very, very terrible. As I want you to all zoom right into the map, into like the Elber Mountains, right? I want you to zoom like around the town on it, and do you see the river there? That is the river that you're on right now. So you're taking the small river right directly into Teward Dreth at the moment. That's the place that you're going into at this moment.
Good.
Oh, blessed sunlight.
Thank the Lord. I was going to die if I go back into combat.
For a moment there, I was thinking that the boat will take us back to Hillfort.
First and foremost, I'm going to say this. This was supposed to be more difficult, like I told you. Not killing you, but still very difficult. So congratulations for this one. We'll take care of it later. But you're all level 3 now, which also means something for rank up, because that's mean you need to work on martial paths, or whatever that's called, like martial style. Regardless of that, also Wexley and Gorgnak, that's also important to you because you're getting level 2 spells, but that's also another thing we'll talk about.
Oh my goodness.
Which is really important. Also, your arcane recovery becomes a little bit better. So you can recover either level 2 spell or 2 level 1 spells, so you have more spells. Anyway, we're moving on right back into this town, right? As you're moving along and you're ending up a little bit before it, you're ditching your ride and you're starting going by foot to not like just arrive a little bit weird in the middle of the town in an unrecognizable boat, being seen as maybe hostile of such, arriving at like, the waters of the town, or just looking a little bit weird. Regardless, you arrive into the town. Also perfect timing on probably ending in an hour, because this is going to be very, very cool. Anyway, you're arriving into the town. AK is putting on him additional hood, and I want you all to roll for me an additional perception check.
Well then.
You're not seeing that. Okay.
Come on, perception.
You don't get the nat 20, unfortunately, because it's in the right side. But the point is, Gorgnak, you noticed for a friction second, but you're not 100% sure that his shadow looks like more of a woman's shadow than a man's shadow, and it looks weird to you. You're not sure if it's your imagination, but it looks like a woman's shadow until he's putting all of his cloaks on. For a second there, like an incy second. And you swear that it also moves at its own. Kind of like stretching. You're not really 100% sure if it's like just from tiredness, or just like you just woke up, or whatever your situation that you're in, or you're just imagining it.
You're really going with that Lucky Luke reference I made last time.
Oh, trust me, I have a lot of references, but that's not the reason why I'm doing
And I love it.
it. Anyway.
Hey, what's with your shadow?
My shadow? What are you talking about?
It's a woman. And you're not a woman. Or are you?
He's looking at you as like, kind of like, he's like, okay, if you say so. Well, maybe I will explain it later. it's true, but okay. He says as he moving from the town. He's like, for now, I should probably bid you. He's like looking around and is like, for now, I should probably bid for you farewell because I need to do something. I will see you at Epernut, I guess. He said as he's starting moving along from you. But before he cans, you hear like a not so fast from a woman, but you're not meeting any kind of woman. You seeing a centaur lady just standing there with like her kind of like whip, I guess, in her hand, and she's looking really pissed, and she's dragging him off, right? And it's like she's not even alone. She have like a bunch of people with her, looking like bunch of guards of different kind of monster types of people. And you, as you notice also that you enter this so-called of town, you also notice there are a little bit more monster people that people are not really afraid of. But the point is, like, you notice this a little bit more as you've seen them. But the point is, she looks at him, and he's like, she's picking him off and just saying, you know that a man of your stature cannot go wandering off like that, right? And is those the people that were supposed to come to see you? She's saying, and she's looking at the three of you.
Wait, what?
Us?
And you didn't even tell them again. And you're doing your stupid trust test, she's saying as she's rolling her eyes. And she's just pointing at him as like, didn't you figure that out yet? She's just looking at him just like he's not using a lot of power.
You were kind of in the middle of something.
This is my little adoptive brother of sort. This is Roy A. Kessler, head of the Lingers family and the Lord of Council member of Epernat. And that's where we're going to end this session. Yes.
Nice.
So you've been hanging around with the guy that's just taking care on the few things that you're doing. And he doesn't give a crap.
Damn it, and I almost destroyed his knife.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure he's not going to hold it against you. Wink,
Sweet.
wink. But yeah, how do you like that plot twist to end on?
We didn't say anything insulting about Eperned while we were traveling, did we?
No, but did you expect that to happen? That I'm interested in.
And then
Not
there's
really.
me near death towards the end of the journey.
Yes. But did you expect this?
Not really.
Oh, we did not.
That's really cool because I thought you will figure that out. And that's why he said a few things. I was like, I have a bigger one at home. That was a big hint that he has a big ship at home. Because he's a lord of sort.
And I made a dick joke out of this.
Great. So that will be the end of this session for everybody, the three-parter. Chapter 4 was a little bit longer of sort. So yeah, that will be the end of this. See you all next time on Chapter 5, and Chapter 5 will be the time that you're all going to reach level 3, and things are going to become more interesting, because now you're building your reputation with this guy, which is also the council member from Epernad, and you're going to learn a few things, as well as maybe learn the things that you're looking for. So, till next time, see you all next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.